everyone, welcome back to another episode with the Dieterville Twins. And on today's episode, we will be discussing how to create a fitness plan that suits you and your goals. The thing that you need to realize about fitness is that it's for everyone. So no matter how old, how young, whatever type of fitness level that you're in, you're able to get into it, create yourself a plan, and just stick to it. Yes, and sometimes we fall prey to looking online and try to copy what other people are doing, knowing that it may not necessarily work for you. So being mindful of starting where you are and not having to copy or follow other people because they're at another part in their journey that may not necessarily be where you're at. So in this video, we're going to give you some tips and tricks to allow you to create your own fitness plan cater to your specific journey. So if you want to learn more, stay tuned. So the first tip that we have for you today is to define your goal. So I know that everyone has a different fitness goal, whether that's they want to lose weight, they want to gain weight, they want to compete in some type of competition, they want to run a race. Depending on what that is to you, you need to define what your goal is. Because depending on your goal, it's going to kind of shift how your routine is going to look on a day-to-day basis. So defining your goal, and as for goals, we've discussed this in one of our other videos. Goals should always be SMART goals, which stands for sustainable, achievable,
smart.
Hey! Okay. So I'll do that again. SMART goals is S, specific, M is measurable, A is achievable, R is relevant, and T is time bound. So if you want to learn more about SMART goals, there's a ton of information on the internet, so you can Google that just so that you understand that before moving forward and creating your fitness routine.
Perfect.
So tip number 2 is to assess your current fitness level. So again, like we mentioned, everyone is starting from a different level of fitness, and that is completely okay. So a part of this is just understanding that it's okay wherever you are at in your fitness journey, but being truthful with yourself. Yes. To properly assess where you are. So if you have prior injuries, take that into account. If your cardiovascular system is not where you would like it to be honest with yourself with where you are at, because this will help structure a plan that you're able to sustain for an extended period of time. Exactly.
Because if your activity level is not where you'd like it to be, but your workouts are super intense, it's going to be more likely that you're going to, over time, not be able to continue with those workouts because you're not giving yourself a gradual increase to that pace you want to be at.
And the thing to also realize here is that I know we all have that like top goal in mind, and no one's saying it's not achievable, but just understanding the steps and the time and dedication that it's going to take to get there, that's the thing that we all need to be truthful about. The third tip is to choose the type of workouts that you want to be doing on a regular basis. So that could be strength training, balance, flexibility workout, core strengthening, things of that sort. Depending on where your final goal is going to end up, you would gradually build your routine to include either one core focus of that or multiple different ones for each of the group. So for us, we really enjoy strength training. So we do a lot of exercises in the gym with the regular gym equipment, whether that's the machines that are in the gym, the free weights, things of that sort. But we also like to incorporate some cardio. So we would do our runs. I just had a extensive running program that I was on where I did runs on a daily basis paired with some strength training. So, and my goal at that point was to run in a half marathon, which I did, and that definitely helped me to prepare for that. So the benefits to incorporating things like cardio and flexibility, whether that's yoga, Pilates, things of that sort, is it allows you to be a more well-rounded individual and recover from the exercises quicker. Because I know yoga, when we had that time when we were doing yoga on like a consistent basis once a week, it definitely helped in terms of recovery after we had our heavier lifting days. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of different activities and exercises that you can do, but just being mindful of what you want to do on your fitness journey, because it's all dependent on what you like, what you enjoy, and what your body could sustain in that aspect.
And one thing that Nicole didn't mention was in terms of what you're looking to. Are you looking to build muscle or lose fat? So this one is, we can do another video about this, but if you're looking to immediately start losing fat, then it may be better to have more cardio focused workouts, because that's going to get you higher activity and you're able to burn more calories.
Yeah, your heart rate is going to go up on that one as well.
Exactly. But then the other thing with building muscle is, in the long run, it will help you burn more calories the more muscle that you have. So it's a fine balance between those. But like Nicole said, it is better to incorporate both of those into your workout plan, regardless if you're in a gaining phase or a losing phase. Cardio is always good, just for cardiovascular health. So some element of cardio is good to incorporate into your plan.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so tip number 4 is to set a schedule that fits your lifestyle. And this is really important, because at the end of the day, you're looking for longevity and being able to stay on your workout plan for as long as possible. And that's going to only be attainable if you set a plan that works for your schedule. So for us, we do wake up really early in the morning. So it makes sense to sometimes get some cardio in the morning. But let's say if you're a person that wakes up later in the day, it may not make sense to wake up at 5 a.m., 4 a.m. and get your workout in, because that is not sustainable for you, because it's not something that you naturally would like to do. So one of it is time. One part of the equation is timing. When are you scheduling your workouts? The second part of it is the types of workouts that you're scheduling throughout your week. So how many times a week are you working out, and what types of workouts are you doing? So there's a number of different schedules that you can set for yourself. You can do what is it called?
5 days a week.
Yeah, you can do 5 days a week. You can do a split where you are upper body one day and then lower body one day. There's so much information online. That's a really good way to kind of build your plan, is to do some research online and see what fits with your goals and your current schedule.
Yeah, and maybe we might do an extended video on how we would go about doing setting up a workout routine for maybe gaining weight or losing weight. So that may be something we might look at in the future. So maybe stay tuned for that one.
Yes, or if you guys are interested in having some more information on that, put it in the comments below.
Yes,
for sure.
Yeah, for sure. The 5th tip is to now go ahead and create your workout plan. So in a typical workout plan on a day, say we're training on a Monday, I would go into the gym, make sure I do my warm-up routine, get my stretches in, maybe do a quick 5-minute walk on the treadmill, and then I would go into the set of workouts that I have for that day. So if it's upper body workouts, then I have different types of strength training workouts, maybe be doing curls, shoulder presses, using a balance of the machines and the free weights. And once I'm done all of that, then I'll go and do my cool down routine. So having a balanced warm-up routine, go into your workout with maybe 3 to 4 core exercises, and then maybe 2 to 3 supplementary exercises that are kind of light but still work out that muscle group, and then going to the cool down. That's how I typically structure my workouts on a day-to-day basis.
Yes, and for beginners, it's sometimes intimidating going into a gym, seeing all of the machinery, all of the free weights. I would say the one thing to make sure you're focusing on is your form needs to do the best you can with perfecting your form.
Yeah.
So once you have your form down pat, then you can look at increasing the weight over time. But do your best to make sure you're practicing each of the exercises with as perfect form as you can. So that could be looking at videos online. There's a lot of resources. Yeah. We keep on saying go online, but there is so much information online, YouTube videos about how to perform an exercise correctly. So utilize that information. I've on a number of occasions been in the gym with my phone open on a YouTube video looking to see how to complete an exercise correctly. So don't feel bad about doing it. you want to just make sure your form is down pat, because you can increase the potential for injuries if it's not.
Exactly. So as she said, you increase the potential for injuries if you do the exercise wrong, and also you're not getting the best or the most out of that specific exercise if you're not doing correctly.
Exactly.
So when we're thinking about like doing a fitness routine, we want to make sure that we're focusing on the core muscle groups that we want to train that day, and that the exercises that we're doing, they're targeting those muscle groups. So that's why we need to make sure that we're doing the exercises correctly.
So tip number 6 is tracking your progress. And this is really important because it is a good way to see if you are improving on a week-on-week basis. So for tracking, good ways to track is taking pictures. And these pictures, you don't have to share with anyone. It's really just for you to see the progress week on week, because it's very hard to see the progress if you look at yourself on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Other people may see it, but you won't see it until you take those pictures, and a month from now you can really see the improvements that you've made. So pictures is something good to do. Also, writing down in a journal, a workout journal, if you record the exercise that you do on a weekly basis with the number of sets, the number of reps that you do, and the weight that you use. Because when you look week on week, you should be able to see that your strength improves. If you're, for example, doing a strength training program, you should see those improvements on a weekly basis. And that is a good way to know that you are getting stronger. You are building that muscle that you're looking to build.
And that you might need to go up in the weight at that point, because now you've reached a plateau and you need to increase for you to get those extra gains.
Exactly. So progress is really, really seen from an extended period of time. So making sure to track that progress on a weekly basis.
And Portia was discussing the workout aspect of it, but also tracking what you eat. Like if you want to go down into the specifics, what you eat is super important in order to, whether that's gaining or losing weight. So we typically use MyFitnessPal, and when we're on a really, really crunch type program, we use MyFitnessPal and we kind of weigh out the portions of food that we have. And that's something that we really are looking to share on this channel, how we structure our, like, what we eat in a day type scenario, so that we understand this point in my life I want to gain muscle, so I need to increase my caloric intakes, so I'm allowed to do so. So yeah, MyFitnessPal is a great tool for that.
Exactly. So just keeping that in mind, tracking is the best way to see your progress in the long run.
And the 7th and final tip is adjust your routine as you go. So I kind of touched on that on a previous tip, but as you may be doing these exercises on a weekly basis, you're going to reach a point where you're doing the same exercises and you're not seeing the results that you saw a week or 2 weeks ago. That's when you know that you need to kind of adjust something. So whether that's increasing the amount of weight that you're pushing or pulling, whether that's increasing the amount of reps that you're doing in a specific exercise, whether that's maybe extending your cardio sessions from 30 minutes to now 40 minutes, so that you can get that heart rate up for an extended amount of time to burn those calories. You just need to be mindful. That's why it's important to track those things on a weekly basis, so that now when you're going to review everything, you see that, hey, I've hit a plateau. Now it's time for me to make an adjustment so that I can get back to whatever goal that I have in mind. So that's something to keep in mind.
Exactly. And the one thing is that there are so many different ways to make a workout more intense. So that could be, like Nicole said, increasing the weight. It can be increasing the number of reps. It can be increasing the amount of time it takes you to do each rep. So if you're initially starting with 1 second per rep, you can do that 2 seconds per rep. All of those little things will add up to the workout being more intense, and ultimately it will be harder for your body to complete that exercise. Mm-hmm. So those are ways that you can see additional gains as you go through the week. And then also, like Nicole said, as you continue on, let's say you are on a weight loss journey, or you would like to lose a couple of pounds. One thing to take into consideration is the macros. So as you begin to lose weight, the amount of calorie deficit that you need to create you'll need to create a more of a calorie deficit over time.
Yeah.
So that may be increasing the level of activity, or it would mean decreasing the number of calories you intake. So that's why it's very important to track your macros, track the exercises that you do, because this in the long run will allow you to make those little tweaks as you go along in your journey.
And that's something that we're going to definitely be sharing on the channel, because we're going to be going through phases where we're in a weight gain or muscle gain phase, and then we're in a cutting phase. So we'll take you along with us, show you what we go to preparing the meals for the week, how we kind of look at our caloric intake, and how we adjust it on a week-to-week basis depending on the goal that we have set in the long run.
Perfect. And that's pretty much the end of this video. We hope that you really took some of these tips and are able to apply it to your new workout plans or your current workout plans, and you're able to make those improvements that you're looking for in the long run.
Yep, so if you really enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below if you want to see more content like this, or if you have any suggestions, and definitely give us a follow if you haven't done so already. To the followers that we do have, thank you so much for continuing to join our channel and view our videos.
Okay, we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.